We're back, and we're just talking more about video. And the last video we talked about all the stuff that you've tried, and what you just asked is two questions. Like one, we were talking about, all right, how do you get the video in front of the right people, and then two, do lenders and do realtors see the value of what me and you are doing? And I think both those really answer the same question. And the first is we talked about these videos that you did, and you even shared it on your personal page. But then I guess you've had a lot of people say, I never saw it.
Correct. And I put a lot of effort into this.
Right. Is that one reason you haven't done another one in a while? You put all this effort into it, and 3/4 of your database are like, I never saw it.
It became less of a priority than it was. I still know I need to do it. I'm just trying to find a better way of getting it in front of them. You're exactly right. Does that answer? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you get it in front of the right people? Because,
Yes.
like you can advertise it. You probably advertised it to a city in a certain radius, and
You
so
got it.
everyone in that area saw it. That was probably a minimum of 60,000 people. It might have been more. Could be 1 million people. So you've got one video that you're trying to get that many people to see, and most of them they don't know you at all. So the
Right.
chances of like them seeing it enough to brand you and for them to reach out to you, and even when they reach out to you, like they probably still don't have a relationship. You've got your personal people and you can share it, but if they're not online within the next 10 minutes, most likely they're not going to see it. They'll scroll past it once and forget about it. So even if
Mm-hmm.
they did see it, they're not going to remember seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the what we've done to get leverage, which is cool, and you're starting to experience it. What happens when every video you do gets advertised just to the people in a database that's built automatically for you? So you've got 4 videos, and over the next month, you know, that 6,000 or 1,200 people in your area, in your database, they see the video. And that way, maybe 20 minutes. We had one video that was 45 minutes one time, and we had 3 clients watch it all the way through. And those people were really interested in it. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't watch it all at once, which was cool. They watched a little bit of it, and then it showed up in their feed again. They watched a
Mm.
little bit more. It showed up in their feed again.
Wow.
And that's the power. I don't want everybody in Nashville to see my videos. I only want people that already know me. And like when I think of, when they're thinking about real estate, I know that they're there. And that way, every video I do, like I'm still running videos that I did like this from before COVID. Like I did a bunch of videos, and we still run it at times because people forget, and it's still fresh, and I still talk about real estate. So now I'm motivated to do these types of videos because I know like it'll pay off to the right audience forever, which is really cool. What does that make you think of? That the videos you did aren't just on some webpage now that someone has to go look for, but you'll stay in front of the people that know you, the people that just meet you, that you meet next week. They'll start seeing your videos without them
Right.
having to like your page or any of that.
It makes complete sense. When you're trying to get to the bottom of what is it that I need to do to stay in front of my clients, and there's a series of things I've tried over the course of time. I'm under the mindset of smarter, not harder. I'm that kind of
Right.
person.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem aligning myself with people that already have it figured out. And so I've tried these series of things, and it's not that I want a quick return because I know things take time, but it makes complete sense to me because I did run ads for it over 6 months. And I had a couple people that I didn't know that would come up to me in public. And I thought it was because of these ads. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I definitely had a couple people like, yeah, I just know you from somewhere. So I'm like, maybe it's the
Yeah.
ads. I don't know.
Right.
But
Did you get any closings from strangers in those 6 months?
I did not. What I did get, one of my agents wanted to put together a home buying seminar. And we did a little video with her and I just at a restaurant, right, doing this. And I did run an ad, and we did get a random person from the ad that showed up. One person.
Nice. Yeah.
He was
Um,
already in a purchase contract with somebody, but he came to this class and he's, yeah, we're scheduled to close in 2 weeks. I'm like, okay,
hopefully you learned
good girl.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's my experience. Like, out of all the leads I generated, I had one closing, one stranger closing from
Really?
all the ads. And I've got an amazing career. After the second year, I've made over six figures a year and every year, and it's great. And I work 15 hours a week now in the practice and still do really well. But like when I was running ads, I was run the ad and then call all the people, call all the people, call all the people, get some to agree to meet for an appointment, then call them and make sure that they show up, bribe them. My big insight was I had my buyer's agreement had to be 1 page. So it was like a custom buyer's agreement, 1 page, because they didn't know me. And then I had to bribe them and I'd say, what's your favorite coffee? I'm stopping by Starbucks and I'll get it for you. And I was trying to create the commitment so they'd show up
Nice.
and jump through all that. And then what I realized is I had to treat them different than all my other clients because there was zero trust there. Of course, they didn't trust me.
Hmm.
And so after all that, I called my coach. And he said, Charlie, just start talking to your database again. Just start talking to the people that know you.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, I travel a lot. How do I stay in front of my people in a cool way? More than just calendars or recipes, or to remind them that they like me for me. As
Hmm.
Weezer said, not because I look like Buddy Holly. And um, and so because I would do a bunch of videos and I'd even figure out I'd do it live so everyone know, but I had to just keep doing them. And so now the fact that everyone that I know, everyone I meet, I just know they start seeing the videos and they'll see up to 10 videos a month, like about me and real estate. I took 6 weeks off and me and my family went to Puerto Rico this January because it's a little chilly in Nashville in January. And I didn't have to record any more videos because I had a bunch of them already and they just run and they just run. And so that when my clients are ready, they can't not think of me as being top of mind. They're seeing me everywhere.
So
Yeah.
before you were doing this, where you were marketing to your database with your videos, what were you doing? What were you speaking of that you did before? Buying
I
ads or buying leads?
Yes, I ran a marketing company before I got into real estate. I ran the get a list of off market homes, get a list of foreclosures. I had a few ads that I ran and I was generating between 20 and 40 leads every weekend. I would just run the ads Friday to Sunday because I saw that's when my best
Yeah.
results were. And so that's pretty good. And I was able to generate them pretty cheaply. I was spending about $60 a weekend and getting 20 to 40 leads. So that's really good. But then I had to hire an ISA because I couldn't keep up with them all. And then the people that I met, they didn't know me. And
Right.
and so now what's cool is that was the question. All right, how do I only advertise to people that know me? Like people that already have an inclination to repeat with me, refer business to me, or leave a review. Can I just be in front of those people?
Yeah.
And can I do it affordably? And that's what I finally figured out with this. And my friends were like, hey, do that for me. And that's my real estate practice now. I can just be me in front of my people and I can record videos and my people see it. And it's amazing the people that reach out to me that I know that I would never think would reach out to me. Like I had my stepsister, my stepdad, he passed away 7 years ago. And like me and my stepsister, like she just lived somewhere else. And we didn't ever grow up in the same household, but we're friends with each other. But we just
Yeah.
hadn't talked for a really long time.
Yeah.
And she saw one of my videos and reached out to me about a year and a half ago. And she is really cool. She said, I'm thinking about getting my real estate license. Would you be willing to help me? And I was like,
Wow.
I'd love to. And so she just got her license like 2 months ago, and she's got her first listing right now. And me and her were talking back and forth, and like never in 10 million years would I think. We haven't talked for 7 years. Like we're friends. If we saw each other, we'd hug and say, hey, I love you. And she passes the grocery store test. I love that. Have we ever talked about the grocery store test?
I don't think so.
That is who I want to advertise to, people that pass the grocery store test. And what that means,
Okay.
and when I mention this, you're going to imagine, you're going to immediately know what I'm talking about. If you walked into the grocery store and you saw them and they saw you, you would want to talk to each other. And you're sitting
I
there
see.
in the canned beans aisle and you're talking for it's just going to be a couple minutes, and 15 minutes later you're like, all right, I've got to go. It was so great talking to you. We should keep up more. Like those types of people.
Yeah.
Like how can I just be in front of those people in a cool way?
Mm.
Because they literally want to hear from me, and I literally want to hear from them. Like when they call me, like when my sister reached out to me, like I was so excited. I was like,
Yeah.
of course, I'll do anything I can to help you. And it's been
Mm.
great. We talk, I mean, right now in the middle of this, we're talking 3 times a day, and like I'm
Right.
enjoying it. Like it's amazing.
That's awesome.
And so to be able to, like, where I'm not trying to filter, I'm not trying to build a list, the system, just anyone that I know, they see it and the right ones pop up like wild mushrooms
Yeah.
in the fall. And and they're coming to me, which is amazing, helps with
Mm.
positioning. And I talked to a lot of real estate agents that say never work with new agents. Don't mentor new agents because they're real needy. And but that's not the case here, because she came to me and I was able to say, I'd love to help you, and here's my parameters, here's my rules.
Mm.
And the same way with my clients. When my clients come to me, I'm like, I'd love to help you, and here's my parameters. Like I don't take calls past 7 o'clock at night. I travel with my family. I've got someone that shows homes for me. And my clients are cool with it because they see me all the time, and they
Yeah.
see me as an authority. They see testimonials of me. They know me. And when they see these videos, like it's like we were in the grocery store. What's cool is when your people that pass the grocery store test watch this video, you're going like they're going to be building a relationship with you. It's as if you and them were in the grocery store, because like they literally are building that relationship with you, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you had one of those grocery store conversations with someone, you see them and you're just like, my gosh, I miss talking to you. This is great.
Ironically, when you told this story, I had two things flash. I was recently at Costco and I did see somebody I knew, and I was like, do they see me? Do they see me? And I think they weren't saying hello. So I just went on. Then just this past weekend, I am at Walmart and I see basically a neighbor, and my kids are so busy. I haven't been actively involved with the neighbors like I should, because I'm working, and my kids are on swim team. So we're going every night. We're not here at the community pool. And we chatted it up for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes. And same thing. I felt, man, I'll be down at the house next weekend. Like, just want
Right.
to stop by.
Right.
And it was a great conversation. Absolutely. Two
Yeah.
ends of the spectrum.
And how cool would it be if the second person called you and said, hey, look, I'm looking to move, can you help me? How
Mm-hmm.
enjoyable would that be for you?
Yeah, very. Yes. Good point. Point taken. Yes.
Yeah. And it's more likely to happen because you know them, you're doing these videos, and those are the types of people. Both of those people are who the ads show up to, and the ones that want to work with you as you are will reach out to you. Which that's my experience. One of my best friends, his dad just reached out to me, and I'm helping him right now with the deal. And it's wonderful to be able to work with people that pass the grocery store test. And it's
Yeah.
amazing. And so work smarter, not harder. It's so just wonderful to know I'm advertising and staying in front of only the people that pass the grocery store test. Like I'm not wasting money advertising to 1.5 million people in Nashville. Instead, the only people that see
Right.
me are like
Yes.
my people.
Yes. And that sums it up in a nutshell. Like you're just hoping. And so when you were getting those 20 to 40 leads per weekend, what kind of conversion was it? You
I closed
kind of
one and
alluded.
I closed one in 18 months or maybe two
Okay.
years.
So
And
it's
it
like
was for,
not even 1 point, not even 1% then, right?
yeah, it was
No.
$137,000 condo that I helped him get. Great guy. And
It's so funny that you say it like that. People have no idea the amount of work on a condo is double because you're dealing with bylaws and the homeowners association. So it's a little different than the single family, but
yeah.
yeah,
And here's a really great story. Like one of the things that's just like working with people that pass the grocery store test, really
yes,
it's a completely different business than working with strangers. Like they're really two different businesses, is what I discovered. And one of the things that reminded me of that was my dad passed away about 6 years ago, my real dad. And when I found out he was sick, I remember I had an appointment with a new buyer at a place in Nashville that morning. And then I showed some of my good friends a house that afternoon. And then when I was leaving, after I left that house, they called and said, "Hey, your dad's in the hospital." And of course, he was in Alabama. So I called both clients and said, "Hey, look, my dad's sick. I'm going to go down to Alabama. I've got a team. I had a full time assistant." I said, "Hey, we're going to take care of you." We actually got the house under contract for my clients that night. And I was down in
okay,
Alabama for 7 days. My dad was in the emergency room and he
yeah,
actually got better for a while. But while I was there, my friends, they would actually call, like everything was taken care of with my assistant. They actually called me and said, "Charlie, how are you doing? Anything we can do for you?" And I'm their realtor working them through this contract.
yeah,
And the other person, it was a Zillow lead. And when I met her and her parents, like it was all good. And about 3 days in, she called me and said, "Charlie, I really appreciate everything you did. I'm so sorry about your dad, but I've got to find a house and I'm gonna go find another realtor." And I've never seen her again. And and of course, like she's got no ties to me. She doesn't know me. There's literally
right,
zero difference in her world to
yeah.
me and someone else. Like people that know me, they love me,
This
they
sums it
like
up.
me.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. So what can I
absolutely.
do to deepen the relationship with these were my Mark and Kelly's and the people that if something happened to me, they care about me too. Like they
Hmm.
want this to work. Like it's mutual. I want the best for them and they want the best for me. That's such a
Hmm.
powerful relationship. That's like you
Hmm.
with your best realtor relationships. When we talked about them, like your eyes lit up and you're like, "I'll do anything to help their business grow." Like they're a
Hmm.
priority to me. And vice versa. I love it when me and my clients or 1 + 1 = 11. Like it's just a powerful partnership there. And,
Yeah,
you know, that's the people that I want to work with.
yeah. I love that. I love that. That is
You
such a
know,
great analogy. The
yeah,
two different clients during the time that your father is very ill. Yeah, that's
right.
great. I love it.
Yeah. And that's what's cool. That's what we're doing with this video. Just produce it and hope people come and see it. Like we just keep it in front of those people that pass the grocery
Yeah.
store test. And you don't even
Mhm.
have to build the database of the grocery store test. We just automatically build it for you, which is cool. And I'm curious, have you had anyone like mention yet that they've seen some of these videos or ads from you yet?
Yes, I've had, so I think I've had some people reaching out from when I lived in Wisconsin. So I haven't
Okay.
lived there for at least, gosh, when did I move back? 2015. But I have a slew of contacts from there, right? In my phone on
Yeah.
Facebook. And a couple of them are reached out, and I'm thinking it's because of that. They haven't said anything. And I've had a lot of people liking what they're seeing, and which I think are testimonials, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Testimonials and pictures of you
Pictures
and
of
your
my family with a
family.
testimonial. Yeah. So a
Yeah.
lot of people are liking them, and I've had just a couple people messaging me
Yeah.
out of the blue. And you never know
Yeah.
for sure, but you do know for sure.
Yeah. People in
That's my
Wisconsin
thought.
aren't just randomly thinking of you most likely.
Right.
And they may not even know.
I've been gone for 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my best
I live
friends,
in
he
Ohio
called me.
now.
Yeah. One of my best friends, he called me and said, my neighbor from 5 years ago, he's not in any database. He called me and he asked if I could help him with real estate. It's like, this is the only way he would have thought of me because I hadn't talked to him for 5 years. And I
Got it.
found a lot of my people, when else have you heard of the people that like you actually liking your ads? Like they actually like it. They're like, I love this. How cool is that?
You got it. You got it. That's the thing. When I was doing all these videos, people won't like. Another component that I was doing, Charlie, that I left out of this is I was sending video text messages.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say 50% respond. I find that quite strange. If somebody sent me a video text, you better believe I'm responding. I think
Right.
it's strange. But the people that said to do this, that said that was normal.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. The liking of the ads, like, no, people don't do that either. But they do
Right.
now. They do now. And I
Yeah.
think it's the picture of my family. And yes, they're doing it now. So
Yeah.
you are correct.
Yeah. People go on online and they love seeing pictures of you. They if they saw you in the grocery store, they'd be happy to see you. And so when they see you online and pictures of you and your family, like it brings
Yeah.
back the good feelings they've got,
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Maybe the next video, maybe we'll share how it's working in your business. And I love how you're doing this with other realtors. And so that's awesome. And thank you. I feel really good. If someone wants to reach out to you, what's the best way they can do it?
They can call me or text me at 859-806-8040.
And if you get a video text message, feel free to respond.
Please, thumbs up, just say great video or thanks for the message. I
Awesome.
still do it. Yes, I still do it.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, thanks so much. I know you're busy, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.